How long gone? It is Chris Black coming to you from the islands of South Carolina. I'm still here. I'm driving a golf cart, Jason, that has a screen and it allows for Apple CarPlay. Have you seen that before?
I have not seen that before. I believe that it exists, and it really reminds me of like when people's baby strollers have built-in iPad attachments. And
so I'm driving to the grocery store using this golf cart. It seats 6 comfortably, and I'm listening to my elderberry wine is blasting through the sound system.
Okay.
The birds are chirping. I've got the map up just in case a quick turn comes up.
You're listening to Mama B-sides on the island.
Literally what I'm trying to do. Alex made me listen to some stuff she likes last night, which really threw me off my game. It felt inappropriate for this setting.
Was it like normal music, or what was going on?
Oh yeah, it was normal music. It was just like Chief Keef. You know exactly what I'm talking about with her.
And as much as you enjoy the music of Chief Keef, you felt it didn't seem right for a South Carolinian Bluetooth golf cart situation.
Yes, that's exactly.
It's a little more no shoes, no shirt, no problem. But with money, is that what it is?
It's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. So I found the music to be inappropriate.
No shirt, no shoes, no debt,
no
radio.
That's what I put it on. So we were fine. We're good to go. I let her have her couple songs on our short.
It's real
commute,
sweet of you, man. Real sweet.
I'm a nice guy.
Let the old ball and chain throw some GBE on it. Glory Boys, O-Block. When you're driving around a small island, is it one of those things where there's no cars at all allowed, or like a Catalina situation, or is it like 50-50 hybrid?
50-50. They're called, I hadn't heard this term before, LSV, low speed vehicle is what it's called. So there's parking spots.
Couldn't have made that less fun. Back in my day, jet ski.
Yeah, jet ski.
Snowmobile, all these fun names.
Jet
low
ski sounds
speed vehicle.
So fun.
Yeah, I'm going to go ride a sea-doo in the sea. Watch me do it. It's so fun. You're like, what's up with this thing? It's sweet, huh? It's a low-speed vehicle. Keep it moving.
It's an LSV. Nothing to look at here. But yeah, it's
okay. Are you driving it no shirt? Are you smoking a cigarette on the way home from dinner? Paint me are you doing what you're supposed to be doing when you're in this situation?
The answer to that is no, unfortunately, and I wish I was.
Are you driving with your legs crossed with your row trousers?
No, I'm not that. I'm not taking it that far. I'm letting my left leg hang out a little bit on the side, which is
okay. Now we're getting somewhere. I hate that I have to dig this out of you. I want you to offer it up.
The stanky leg on the left, and then I've got my music playing. I'm wearing some sunglasses, but I am usually have a shirt on.
Okay.
But I know that is
sounds fun,
kind
man.
of sacrilegious in your opinion. The shirt needs to come off.
if the shirt doesn't come off, then offset it with something. A Heineken 0.0. I don't know what it's going to be, but
I need a koozie. That's what I really need is a koozie to set
a low
it off.
octane IPA in your low speed vehicle.
Yeah, everything's different. Low country, as you know.
No need to pull me over, officer. I'm drinking gay guy beer. It's going to be fine.
Oh no, this is pussy beer. Don't worry about it. We're all good here, officer.
Oh no. Well, I guess speaking of summertime travel, I overheard something. I was having a convo with a friend, and we were talking about there's a rave, like a techno party upstate New York called Sustain Release. It's like, I think we've talked about it with a DJ or two on the pod, but they were mentioning that they want to go, but they're afraid of all the ticks. They have like a tick fear.
Okay.
And I was like, there needs to be a prep, but for Lyme's disease. And I feel like
I think the Hadid's already came up with that probably, but they might keep it in the family.
They just sold it to Julie for $7.50 plus stock.
Julie, the morning after Lyme pill is going to take off.
I mean, we've got everyone goes upstate. Everyone explores, the upper eastern seaboard forests. Fire Islands and P-Towns and all these places where ticks be ticking, right?
That's true. These are all hotbed for the tick community.
Lyme's morning after. What'd you do last night? I fucked a guy in some tall brush. You're like, well, let's go to Target.
I mean, I need the morning after Lyme pill. I mean, this isn't a bad idea actually, because people are, in my opinion, irrationally afraid of ticks. It feels like obviously it's bad, but it's not like, I don't know. It's like being scared of snakes to me. It's just, it's not gonna.
Right. It's having like a crippling fear of like black widow spiders. Like I'm probably gonna come close to one of those like 3 times in my entire life. Don't let it ruin your whole thing.
Don't let it ruin your whole thing. Luckily, I hate the grass, and don't ever want to be in it, long or short. Really,
you're not a grass hater. You can't be a grass hater.
I'm kidding. I just mean that
you're like, well, there's a spectrum. There's certain grasses, a little Kentucky blue.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Sounds like you're talking about a new Zen flavor. I think that I guess what I'm saying is that the people that are spending more time outdoors are probably less afraid of ticks. Is what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
So people like us who aren't outdoors that often in that way aren't thinking about ticks on a daily basis.
Yeah, just like our guest Max. He's like, ticks. I'm worried about rattlesnakes, bro. Like, fuck a tick.
Yeah, a tick is the least of my problems.
I will burn that thing off in the cold plunge as soon as I'm done with this.
I like the idea of burning something off in the cold plunge.
I will give the tick a disease, more like it.
I wanted to talk about the Brian Wilson a little bit because it's been affecting my household at an alarming rate.
Yeah.
But because my father-in-law loves Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys, and yesterday he died, and it was I came home and he was kind of blasting the playlist, and I let him cook. I let him cook. That's tough when you lose your guy.
Could you imagine not letting him cook?
Yeah, sir. See, I know you're paying for this house. Could you turn that down a little bit? That'd be great.
We don't need to do the whole pet sounds. I'm ready for a little Jamiroquai while we're getting our pasta dinner started. If you don't mind switching it off,
if you don't mind just letting me kind of handle the Sonos from here, that'd be super sick.
So you got to let them do it, and I think just like check on your strongest dads right now. All of our listeners out there, they're going through it.
And I think that I saw a lot of great Brian Wilson anecdotes posted on social media, which was a nice change from like an RIP and here's my personal relationship to this artist, and more like, damn, this guy was funny, which is much preferred.
Yeah.
If you ask me,
treating him like a Norm Macdonald, where you're like, this is why this guy was a real true legend, versus here's a selfie of me and this guy where he clearly didn't want to be in the photo.
Yeah.
And we're basically best friends, and this one's really hurting me. But yeah, I think Brian, legendary, genius musician, but he did have a little tinge of that, something going on up top that all the great geniuses have.
Totally.
You get the good with the bad. The genius has some dark sides to it as well, and that's what makes all the shit good.
Yeah, R.I.P. to the goat, and I'm trying to think what's going to happen when one of my goats passes away, and how I would handle it.
I mean, like who would be? I mean, well, I guess Tom Petty. He passed away a little while ago. He was one of your goats, right?
Yeah, Tom Petty's one of the goats. I feel like I feel like sometimes when these guys are old enough, I don't feel as much. I think the 27 Club ruined our generation.
So you're saying like when Ryan Adams finally bites the bull.
Well, the way he's looking, it's right around the corner. So I better batten down the hatches now, because he's looking like they're looking like they blew him up like a damn tire. He looks like it's crazy.
Okay, so you're saying it's time for you to start writing the obit for.
We gotta have the obit
for Brudda.
I'm not saying it's Justin Bieber level, but it's not. It's not good.
Bieber's fine.
Bieber's not fine. Bieber is not fine.
Well, Bieber is not fine, of course, but it is alarming me, because you're always. I mean, I'm not saying that you've been waving the Ryan Adams flag, but you've been bullish on his return. So for you to speak,
I'm actually not bullish on his return. I think I'm more personally hopeful, because I enjoy his musical stylings so much, but I also know that he's a dickhead and has wronged a lot of people and seemingly can't get sober. And the shows are bad.
Okay, you're not bullish. You're hopeful that he may end up back on not the wrong side of history.
I think it's getting less and less possible as we move into the future. But yes, I am hopeful. I'm hopeful for that. Yes, but it's much like the way you listen to R. Kelly when your family comes over. I'm going to listen to Ryan Adams in my headphones in private. And I think that's fine.
Okay, you got your headphones on, and Ryan A is bumping it.
Bumping that.
Did you see Playboi Carti's iced out lollipop?
I did see that, and he was putting it in his mouth. Pause. Correct.
What else do you do with the lolly? You know what I mean?
You know, as much as I dislike his music because it's awful and for children or people that like Travis Scott, I think it's I think doing something like that is so stupid because you're so rich is unfortunately entertaining and cool.
I agree with that, and I was thinking like, okay, he's got it. It looks, basically like a pretty great 1-for-1 replica of a lollipop. I like it. I love that it's like anatomically perfect and very realistic. There's no
He ain't messing with no fake
zhuzh
shit.
to it.
He ain't messing with no fake shit.
Well, he was like, if you're gonna get a nice stout lollipop, you kind of have to go plain Jane. Otherwise,
Yeah, of course. What can you do?
it's a great for you, but on the resale market, good luck. And when he was licking it, I was like, I wonder what this thing tastes like. And obviously, the color of it, I realized he was like, what if it's codeine flavored? Is what I'm assuming. You know what I mean?
Of course. Oh, that's the activist flavor, no question. I mean, I've had a lot of diamonds in my mouth at different times, so I kind of the flavor.
Is that right?
No, I'm joking. The flavor just probably the flavor profile. Even
Sucking on daddy's ear.
Even
What's
for
this? A 1 3/4 carat?
When me and Nick Lachey are getting busy, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you get a little diamond stuck in the.
Did you
the
say
molar.
Nick Lachey because he was the first person that popped to your mind who would wear a nice diamond earring?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Since he's the host of the Netflix reality dating show, he's on my mind a little more often than he used to be.
Sure. Top of mind, as I say. All right. Well, let's talk about our guest and talk to our guest. Hey,
Alex Kazemi is a writer, and his first book, or is his second book?
I think it's the second book.
New
Millennium Boyz.
New Millennium Boyz is being turned into a TV show, correct?
Probably. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Boyz spelled with a Z, a suburban odyssey. But I've known him a little bit through the years. He's got a lot of interesting connections. He's done a lot of random stuff for a lot of high profile people. And he seems to have a fascination with our generation, late 90s, early 2000s, even though he's a younger guy. So, and he also came prepared with about 30 bullet point conversation topics, which I think is something that our guests need to start doing more often.
That's more than we do. So thank you for that.
All right, let's give Alex a zingle.
Alex, what's up?
Yo, how's it going, dudes? What's up?
What's up? You sounded a little funnier there. I'm glad you got a frog in your throat. Are you good? Did you get some water?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I was I was nervous that I fucked with the creative process by coming into the Zoom early.
You did, but we're gonna let you slide this one time.
Okay, so I'm so sorry. Like 12 right on the dot, Virgo, psychotic energy.
That is exactly right.
We are
exactly
double
right.
Virgos in that Chris is a Virgo and I'm a Virgo, not I'm a double Virgo. But I will say, I'm keen to all of your obsessions, and I observe you talking about them a lot. So I think this is the first one I'll bring up.
Yeah.
Whenever we hang out, Virgo. So I want to know what's up with you and the Virgo. Are you like that with all the astrologicals, or are you focusing on Virgo specifically?
Well, Peter, the thespian we had dinner with, was also a Virgo, the Chris Black replacement at dinner.
Peter Vack.
Yeah, I'm a little pissed off about that because that guy's much better looking than me. I hope he brings as much to the table as I do.
He could never, Chris, but he is a very good-looking guy.
I think that was like my biggest like Hollywood cucked douchebag moment when I said to the table, I'm so sorry, but Maddie Healy and Lucas Gage are sending their love for not being here tonight. I think that was my rock bottom.
That's a twisted cast of characters that I would love to be the ham in that.
Yes, exactly.
Love to be the ham
Peter's
in that sandwich.
genes are insane, though. You're right, Chris.
His not his
Biological
diesel genes. You mean his biological genes?
Yeah. No. Oh well, speaking of genes, we got lost in Century City Mall because he was like obsessive over finding like the perfect look for dinner with Brett.
And he thought the place to go for that was Century City Mall?
Yeah.
Okay. I hope he hit J. Crew. Where else is there?
Well, he had a really hard time finding anything. We ended up at Vineyard and Vines.
Okay. Okay. I'm in South Carolina right now. I'm in Vineyard Vines country. There's one just down the street, and I'm very interested what your take on Vineyard Vines was
I
as a
thought it was
novice.
really cool. I felt
Okay.
like Peter was really stepping into his unlived Americana white male frat boy fantasy, and he kind of regressed from like 38 to like 21 in that moment, and it was very beautiful to watch.
He's like, I'm not in Dime Square anymore. I'm gonna put on the Vines, and
Yes, exactly.
I'm gonna own my Abercrombie model
Yes, exactly.
essence.
Like he was, yeah, like it's like someone who thought that they would be in the Bruce Weber campaign, but never made it, kind of thing.
I'd love to see him in a Southern fraternity for a couple weeks, just see what happens. Kind of whip him into shape.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Different than making it your internet aesthetic, the real thing.
Also, if I was coming from out of town, if I was living in New York, I'd come to LA, I'd go to the Century City Mall, and I'm looking for the perfect pair of pants. I think Chris might agree. I'm going to go into many, many stores because you never know. You have to go to all of them to decide because a pair of pants is very specific and personal to you. The fit,
We
you
marched
just have to.
through every department store in the mall. It was psychotic. I've never seen a. He's like, well, you're not used to it because like this is how New Yorkers walk, and you don't get it. And he was walking so fast, and I was exhausted by the end of it, like sweating, being like, "Get me a fucking water bottle." We lost where the Uber was gonna pick us up because we got lost in the mall. It was a wild moment in my
It's a
life.
tough. And you're like, can we go back to Italy? I got my eye on a burrata slice.
What's really interesting is that I think at least Jason and I can say this. I don't remember the last time I bought a pair of pants and been able to wear them without tailoring them.
Exactly.
So it sounds like Big Vac might be also sample size, another gift
He is
from
sample
God.
size, of course.
Another
Yeah,
gift from
he's.
God.
I think he's sample size, and he's very pretentious about clothes.
He's got the Izzy Miyake polo on right now, and it is a small.
It's a men's small, if you don't mind. Did you have anything smaller? 32? Okay, well, I'm glad that you guys. Century City Mall is one of LA's greatest attractions. I'd put it right up there with kind of Rodeo Drive and the Walt Disney World. All that stuff.
Yeah, it's a must stop.
Would you put it up there with Dantana's?
I've actually never been to Dantana's.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Shocker.
I know I've Musso and Frank's is disgusting.
Okay.
And I just don't. Dantana's is more my speed. I've just weirdly never been there, which it does feel right up my street.
You guys like have been a victim of Brett's like restaurant rotation neuroses, right?
Well, Brett's restaurant rotation neuroses is not dissimilar to my own. Like
Okay.
I would eat it jar once a week too.
What about La Scala? I had gotten to the biggest drama because he took Brian, the owner of Paper at to La Scala, and he bitched at me for like 10 days about it because he said it was disgusting.
Well, La Scala is only known for its one salad, I believe. Yeah, it's kind of like a white Beverly Hills woman salad, which is definitely what I want. I've only been there one time. I don't remember much about it, but I think it is sort of a holdover from a different era.
Is it a normal occurrence, Chris, that Jason throws shots at guests at the table, like at dinner? He kind of threw shots at me at dinner.
I mean, he throws shots at everyone. No one's safe.
everyone.
You kidding me? I get more shots than anybody.
He said I had lonely crypto boy house arrest energy.
Did I really say that?
Yes, it's a course in my brain because
Proud
you
of
were
myself.
not you dissed my pitch about what 5-star hotels are missing.
Hold on, quickly. Repeat that diss one more time. I just want to get it clear because that is one of Jason's. That was honestly amazing from what I remember.
Lonely crypto boy house arrest energy.
That is okay. That is really specific, and I'm Jason. I just want to pat you on the back for that. That's
But like Virgos are known for like mercurial evisceration, right? Like that's connected to the archetype of Virgo.
Yes, it's directed at me 3 times a week. I know all about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was fine. Like, but he wasn't down. No, well, you were kind of down with my what 5-star hotels are missing.
What are they missing?
Can you please repeat that for our guests?
So basically, I really think that we're at a point in time where 5-star hotels need like a homie hangout service, like paid by the hour, like super platonic. You go to Shake Shack with the buddy from the hotel. You watch a movie, a Harmony Korine movie, talk about music. And because LA, everyone in LA is so flaky. So I'm like, when I'm in these hotels, I want to hang out with someone. So I thought that it would be great if they offer that, along with that they should offer cryotherapy, float tanks. Like, it's
I
2025.
agree.
Like, what did you say, Jason, about I wanted to go dance with the Russians or whatever because of White Lotus? Like, I thought that would be possible.
Yeah. Like when on White Lotus, they're like, "Hey, take us to the club and
Yeah, I
bring your
want
hot
that.
friends and entertain us. We
Yeah.
want to go to a hostess club in Koreatown and see what happens."
Exactly. That's what I think is missing.
How many baskets of fruit do I have to buy Jenny before something goes down?
Exactly. And I think that I just feel like that I really think that they need to start like doing that, because it's like, friend the cabana boy, like why is that not an archetype?
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, I
Yeah.
think that that a lot of people need friends in a lot of situations, whether that be a 5-star hotel or otherwise. And I think that what you're describing sounds like sort of like prostitution for friendship, which is not a bad idea.
Exactly. That's what's
idea.
missing from the world.
Well,
exactly.
I would say that this exists. Unfortunately, I think what you're looking for is something where they don't necessarily need to be hot, because I think at a lot of 5-star hotels, you can contact the concierge, hand him a $100 bill and say, I'm looking for a little companionship tonight, which means I want a attractive,
I haven't
interesting
seen that go down,
person
though.
to sit across from me at dinner. I'm not trying to fuck him. I'm not trying to blah, blah, blah. Go to the movies, have a nice dinner, and that's it, kind of thing. And you just want that person to be the valet guy.
Yeah,
something.
like exactly. Or like, the person, the cabana boy or the cabana girl or someone like that. But I think it should be like
I'm
a
gonna
bro.
need them to be hot, just so you know. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
put
like
it,
a wingman, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that's cool.
This is getting into the pickup artist zone, but I kind of see what you mean.
This also feels like a Spike Jonze film.
It does
that's
feel like it's
being made right now.
I think this is a good idea. I think implementing it would be a little hard, because I think it would become nefarious quite quickly, depending on how much money is being exchanged for the services.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe like Raya could do it, like so they could do curation.
Yeah, there we go. Right, curation of hotel staff.
Exactly.
Okay, well, how about this? This is for Chris and I'll ask you this, Chris. Let's say a hotel hires How Long Gone or whoever it may be, Tim Dillon or all these people, and it's like cameo for hanging out with one of these people. Like, hey, I want to go out to dinner at San Vicente Bungalows with Chris Black and Jason Stewart, and there's a price for it. What would it be?
Oh my God, have you guys been there? I'm so okay. Wait, no, continue for this answer.
Yeah, we've been there.
Oh man, I want to go there so bad.
When we went to Dantana's, you got picked up in a Rolls Royce to go back to the hotel. I think you could figure out a way to get into the bungalows. Bro.
Yeah. No,
But
I will.
Back to the question, Chris. The question is, you're on call.
Okay.
The hotel's like, hey, somebody's like, oh, they're like, I want to go to dinner with Chris Black, and then we're gonna go see Wilco at the Greek or something like that. For you to get out of bed and hang out with a stranger. Obviously, this person is successful enough to pay thousands of dollars for this.
I have several follow-up questions. Male, female, what do they look like?
You will know the sex of the person, but I don't think the way they look. I don't know. That's a good question.
Man's gonna come cheaper because I can hang out with any bro. That's what I've done my whole life. So I'm gonna have to give the fellas a break.
Let's just say it is a man who's like a 45-year-old tech guy who likes reading GQ and saw your name. He's got plenty of money.
Oh, I'd do this. I mean, if do I have to get the tickets or the tickets provided by the artist?
No. You don't lift a finger. Chris, your MX doesn't come out tonight, okay?
I don't have to lift a finger. I don't have to suck anything. I'm saying
He'll pick you up on the Uber Black, flowers or no flowers.
I'll do this for $5. I'll do this for $5.
Okay.
I'll do it for $5. It sounds like a decent night out, And again, because we've learned to talk to literally anyone, I think I could have fun for 2 hours. I don't think it would be that hard.
Okay.
What about you?
I'll call it 9K.
Okay, so what if it's a 23-year-old Asian USC student that wants to go to a rave downtown?
13,000.
All right, 13,000. You're not cheap, TJ. I'm
Oh my God! Wow.
I know. I know he drives a hard bargain. I'm more in here with the people.
Would you be like 1,000 per hour or 500 or like what is your rate?
No, I said 5,000 for the whole night.
5K flat.
Oh, 5,000 for the whole night. Okay.
But maybe an hourly rate is a better idea, because if it goes past, if I'm giving them the best friend experience and it's like almost an overnight, that's going to cost more.
An overnight.
Yeah, this is kind of like a psychoanalysis of the male loneliness epidemic right now.
I keep hearing about this epidemic, and I don't know if there's anyone in my life that's suffering, and I wonder if there are signs of someone, like, you know what I mean?
Every male in my life is trying to get more lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah. More isolated.
Yeah, I would like to be as isolated as possible, and that's not just when I'm in the sauna. But I guess I just don't. Yeah, I keep hearing about this, and I believe that it's a real thing, and it makes a lot of sense. I guess maybe it's a thing you would never know if someone was suffering from.
It's a silent killer.
I feel like Jason, like, because of his height, like that was my first time experiencing his height, and like like the Yao Ming manorexic vibe kind of thing, and like that was like fucking mind blowing to me. And I was like, this guy could get any fucking girl, have any fucking like just like born with like super god genes. Like, and I was like, is like Maddie up to like your waist, like IRL?
A lot of people are up to his waist.
Well,
Unfortunately,
like I said, mingorexic.
Unfortunately, it affects me negatively because I'm standing next to him all the time, and I think people think I'm short when I'm not. I'm being dwarfed by my co-host.
Chris is a very tall guy, but in comparison, but I would say for me, I do have some of that energy, but it usually only applies to people who think I am a professional athlete of some kind. And then when I tell them I'm not, they're like, oh,
they kind of lose interest.
Okay.
But also like with the pipeline of like the last name Stewart and then being into food and like Martha, like what's that? Like, are you a Martha Nepo baby? Like, what's the story there?
No. I'm zero Nepo over here. I got it out the mud. Similar to Martha.
Okay, it's just a coincidence.
Just simply a coincidence, yeah. She has found more success than I have, though.
I wish I knew how to use an air fryer.
I will never use an air fryer.
Using an air fryer is probably pretty easy, bro. I think that's the whole point.
I've never cooked in my life.
That's cool.
This is where you and Chris can bond.
Unfortunately, I have cooked in my life, but it's been only one step above putting cereal in a bowl.
Is Uber Eats killing your spirit?
No, I like to go pick up actually in New York. Occasionally, but in New York, I feel like it's the delivery system is so fucked and I'm never say stuff like this, but unfair and stupid.
Yeah.
That I will kind of try to go out of my way to not get delivery and just pick it up.
Okay, cool. Maybe that'll bring more of like a thing for me.
Well, it also, you get some steps in, so you kind of earn those calories.
Yeah. You're hunter and gathering. It's connecting with your primal roots.
We don't have a Soho house in Vancouver, so.
Oh, I didn't know you lived in Vancouver.
Yeah, you've been?
Many times. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Many times. I love Vancouver.
What the fuck? What areas do you like? That's so weird. You know Vancouver?
What's the rich part? Yaletown? That's the part I like.
Oh,
is that nice?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I like Yaletown too.
I used to go there pretty often, and I do like it quite a lot. And even though I'm not like a big natural beauty guy.
You'd probably really love like Gastown and like Neighbor and all those stores.
I've been going to Neighbor since for years. I mean, I used to work with Arc'teryx and they're based there. So we
are, and Stussy, right?
Yeah, Stussy's got a big office there too. Yeah. And what's the furniture store in Gastown called that's like kind of legendary?
Oh fuck, I don't know.
It's like a family owned. I can't think of it. It's really good.
I think they have Versace Home there, actually.
Oh, is that something you're in the market? What are you, riff-raff? Who's buying Versace Home?
No. I mean that would be cool. At one point, I'm one of those people who are like haters of their apartment because I fucking have a window AC unit and I want to kill myself over it. And I want central AC in my life at this point.
Well, Vancouver's a very expensive city, so it's no New York, but it's not cheap to live there. It's probably the most expensive place to live in Canada, at least.
It's very expensive.
Have you thought about some of maybe the prairies, Ottawa, anything like that?
You can get central air in Edmonton.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. No, I mean, like, I've never even been to Toronto yet. It's like I went to New York for the first time in my life in this spring, right? So like that was the first time I stepped in the East Coast ever. So I don't know where I would live other than Vancouver right now.
How old are you?
30.
Okay, we got a lot of growing to do. Do your parents live in Vancouver?
Yeah.
Do you live with your parents?
No, fuck no. I live in I have my own place.
Okay, you have your own place. And you live solo dolo.
Yes.
Okay, no roommate, no chick, nothing
No,
to
no,
speak of.
me with a roommate? Can you fucking imagine? No,
You've never had a roommate ever, right?
no.
Oh,
no.
must be nice. That's called privilege.
But
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
you're not a
Sorry.
nude house man though, right?
No,
Okay.
no. But
Okay.
why is that? Like, do you lose that joy when someone's there?
Well, just some people who live alone. I don't know. They like to be naked at home.
Yeah, definitely. I think the big problem with me is that, like, I'm a workaholic and a lot of my work and life space is in one space and I need everything to be separate. So I kind of joined like a kind of private club in Vancouver recently with like a crazy high admission fee. So I hope that changes my life in my 30s.
Can you tell us what it's called? So at these clubs, what happens there? You can eat, you can socialize with other members. There's a bar.
Yeah, so when I did the tour, basically I got to like see how everyone else was kind of like in the kind of same space as me, like mentally. And I saw how they all kind of like were sitting in these like really beautiful like libraries and like bars and all this type of stuff. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can go write and read here and have something from the private restaurant and all that type of stuff. And, you know, if friends are in town, I can bring them here. You get like all the concierge, 50% off the Fairmont Spa, like a lot of cool stuff that I'm really into. So I feel like in my next like phase of my life in my 30s, like this is what I want the vibe to be.
Okay, so are you going to work here? Are you going to use this as your WeWork?
Yeah, I'm going to use it like WeWork.
Okay. And when you're working, you strike me as a kind of a guy that's got a bunch of stuff pinned up on a wall with red string going in between it.
Oh my God.
Or are you more of just a laptop cat?
Oh, I use like offline devices like Alpha Smarts and like the free write machines.
Okay. What is Alpha? That sounds like some Joe Rogan shit. What is Alpha Smarts?
Alpha Smart is like a keyboard it's like a keyboard offline. Like it's just like a basically you use the USB after you're done using it.
It's a
and then you
digital
put
word
it in.
processor.
They used to give it to like special needs kids in the 2000s, like who couldn't write like with their hands and they need to just learn how to type.
Yeah, it's just it'll give you like a text file and then you can put on your computer and edit from there.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And you use this to write a book.
The first book, well, there's two books, I guess. The second book was written mostly in fragments. I'm like a ideas all over the place guy.
Yeah, you strike me as that. So are you jotting stuff down everywhere? Do you have writing on your walls
all
and
the
stuff?
time.
Okay,
Yeah.
you keep it to paper?
Yeah, it's kind of like a beautiful mind, like, you know,
Yeah.
like it's kind of that vibe.
What's your notes app looking like? I just saw John Mayer had Maggie Rogers on his radio show and they read each other embarrassing lyric ideas out of their notes app.
Oh no, I keep my notes app very, very secure. But I use an app called Scrivener. Aren't you writing a book? Someone in New York told me at a meeting that you are.
At a meeting? At
Like
an
at-
AA
like at
meeting or a business
No,
meeting?
like it was like at a CA, like an
Yeah,
agent.
no, I am. And I don't use any of this, but maybe I should.
Is it? And so it's just CB. It's not like a How Long Gone like Guide to Life thing.
No. Well, hopefully after we do the show, we will be doing that book, but no.
That book's coming. Just wait.
That book's,
I feel
we got a proof of concept going, like the Jesus.
That book's coming.
Do you
That's
remember the
gonna
Jesus and Miro book? What was that about, Jason? Do you remember that?
It was the Guide to New York or something. I don't know.
I think it was similar, is what I'm saying. We're thinking about it now that it was
God level knowledge darts, life lessons from the Bronx.
Yeah, similar. I mean, and that's just what the Giggly Squad did too. So I think How Long Gone could maybe come through and shit
I could
on
drop
those.
life lessons from the OC.
Life lessons from the OC was good. That's good. Jay. That's people.
Oh
want
yeah,
that.
yeah. No, that's in the bag.
We can get a forward from Seth Cohen for that.
Yeah, it's like involving like how tight or loose your trucks are. You know, lots of stuff to cover.
Really, really super important stuff.
Did Mel invite you guys to the Boy Smells party in LA?
Jason went.
Yeah, I was supposed to go, but I didn't. Was it fun?
It was very fun. Yeah, it was great. I mean, you know, anytime at the Eagle, hard to have a bad time.
I'm concerned. But I'm concerned about Mariah Carey because I watched her at the BET Awards and it was a little scary.
She's amazing. The rigmarole? Like, who the fuck uses that word? That's incredible.
She looked fully lobotomized, like she was propped up and had like a robot back.
How does someone get to a point where they're dating Anderson .Paak? Like what went down for that to happen?
That's the biggest question. I mean, he was playing drums with her on the BET Awards because he's nasty with the skins.
Oh,
Are they still dating?
Oh yeah, I think it's like a full on. I mean, I think she likes him young, like all divas, and they should have that right, and I respect it. But she could do better than Pac.
All right, fellas, question: Would you hit Mariah for the story.
For the story, what do you mean?
For the story, just to say that you did.
Oh, yeah, isn't she a BBW? I like Chet Hanks. Chet Hanks's perception on the world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you would do, when in doubt, do as Chet would do. Chet Hayes.
Yeah, he's my favorite rapper. I think White Boy Summer is better than Illmatic, honestly.
I agree. Now I agree with that. Finally, something we can agree on.
Like, yeah, like I definitely think that he's a superstar beyond age.
I think Chet Hanks has better beat selection than Nas. I completely agree with you.
How are we gonna get Chet Hanks? You know, he's been beasting in the underground. People aren't taking him seriously with his art. What does he need to do to get to that level, to get the respect that he deserves?
I guess he has to hire Mel Ottenberg as his creative director like Addison did. I think he has to find one of the LGBT creative directors.
He needs an LGBT creative director.
because I
not wrong.
I think that's what's missing, right? Because they pull up the references on their Pinterest boards, their Y2K 2000s references, and they shock their client, and they're like, "Oh my god, I've never heard of this thing," and then they recreate it, and the internet goes wild. Isn't that the formula?
That literally
is from a PlayStation 2 ad. They're like, okay.
Chris Cunningham ad from 1999. Oh my god, bro, let's recreate this. That is the vibe.
But I think that Chet, from what I've experienced and witnessed on the World Wide Web, is going Shabuzi mode. He's going country.
No, that's my nightmare. He should go like Salem Trap, like Jack Donahue vibes.
I agree.
I don't think he has the dark enough. His energy is dark, but not that dark.
Yeah, I guess. Do you think Jack Donahue's dark?
If he isn't, he's doing a good job of making believe that he is.
Yeah. For me, I perceive that as light. So maybe I have something wrong with me.
Yeah, you definitely have something wrong with you. I mean, there's no there's no question.
I wanted to run into Het at the PornHub Awards. I thought you guys were going to be there too.
I would never go to something like that. I think it's stupid.
It's an arts and culture event, though.
It is. Well, they're trying to.
I know that's what they told you.
Like I met Adam 22 there.
Okay.
That now we're talking. What did you guys exchange numbers? Was there
no?
any...
But I emailed him after and we talked. Well, but I was more so
Did you spit any bars for him, or did you keep it kind of professional?
I kept it professional. I was more so like entranced by like all the women there. Like I met like Mia Malkova, Bella Danger, Asa Akira, Riley Reid in 1 hour. Like that's crazy.
Can I be honest with you? And I'm not just saying this.
Yeah.
Like I don't know porn stars' names. That's not something that I am familiar with.
Yeah, no, that's okay. You're not a gooner.
These are big names in the industry.
Yeah, no, they're definitely
juggernauts, Chris.
They're definitely big names, but like
not juggernauts.
I'm kind of curious though because I studied like Y2K whack off material for a decade. I'm curious like was it what were the go-tos? Like the Wild Things threesome? Was it like the...
When you say studied, do you mean looked at, or do you mean participated
I literally
in?
studied like and read on message boards and news groups and bulletin board systems of like men in the 90s who are teenagers talking about what they were whacking off to, so I could reference it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But I watched it. I engaged. Yeah.
Like Girls Gone Wild,
infomercial, Wild Things threesome, Anna Nicole Smith, Carmen Electra, Shannon Molker, I don't know how to fucking say her name, Hawaii 5-0.
Right,
I'm curious, like, what were your guys' friends' go-tos?
Honestly, that sounds pretty accurate of the heavy hitters.
Okay.
But also, maybe like the Rachel Lee Cooks of the world, where it's a little on the nerdier side.
Take your glasses off, and all of a sudden you're hot.
A lot of dudes whacked off to the Criminal video. The Fiona video that came up a lot in my research.
Yeah.
That's actually wild to me because I feel
I could spank my shit to that.
I mean, I love Fiona Apple and that's a great video, but I also feel like that is not what people like anymore. You know, like in post-Kardashian society.
Back
Fiona
then
Apple,
though, like this is I'm talking about.
Yeah,
then.
for sure. I'm just saying it's interesting how far we've come. Whereas like Fiona Apple wouldn't even move the needle in a situation like that.
I think it's back and it's moving the needle now though.
Well, thank God, Jason. You know what I've been praying for.
The Sabrina Carpenter album artwork is really sexy.
Yeah, but she looks like
I like it a lot.
Small person.
I've been a bad girl. I've been careless with a delicate man, and it's a sad world.
Do you think it's midget porn?
Yeah, a little bit. I think that I feel uncomfortable
Oh fuck! You just ruined the fucking cover for me. Now I can't
Well,
unsee that.
oh
my God.
Let me double down and ruin it twice. A friend of the show, Martin Booty Spoon, compared Sabrina Carpenter's face to the Mad Magazine cartoon guy. You know what I mean?
Fuck this. Don't touch Addison now, because I think she's definitely the hottest young pop
No,
star.
that's a princess.
Hands off.
You might have a chance with her, bro. That's like age appropriate.
So are you a confirmed racist?
No, she's Latinx, right?
I meant RAE.
Yeah, right.
Racist.
Yeah, no, but she is Latinx. Like that's the whole thing. The debate. Like she looks like a white girl, but she's Latinx.
Yeah, that's same.
ID song?
That would be a power couple. Real power couple.
Who, you and Addison Rae would be a power couple?
Yeah, I think so. I really.
What are you bringing to the table in that power couple? Exactly?
I don't know. I feel like we need to go back to like the like I thought that being a novelist I would have more groupies, but like it doesn't really. I've been kind of disappointed in that. I thought that was like the whole thing. Like,
well, maybe if you wrote a book that women would read, that'll help you out.
That will
You know
help
what I mean?
you out.
my
First-
publisher
good
told me
first
that
step.
women are like 90% of readers in
really?
literature.
Yeah, that's true. But you've cornered the 10%.
But yeah, you found a way to.
Oh yeah. My book is definitely, as we call in Canada, for the boys. It's
So you're saying that you can get your cart and walk around Loblaws and no one's throwing their underwear at you.
No. I think like I mostly get attention from twinks, and
Welcome
that's
to the
kind
club,
of like,
Chief. Welcome to the club.
been my struggle.
Okay. And how do you handle that politely? You know, with
Don't
like,
sleep on twink attention.
I respect you guys. I love your culture.
I had
but
a
I'm not
twink
gonna.
friend tell me that he like fingers himself to How Long Gone because he likes Chris's voice.
That is a lie.
I'm serious. Yeah. He told me.
I
Yeah, it's
believe
like
it.
his
I believe it.
It's his special time, like with the lube and everything. I think you need to do like gay porn erotica with Audible. Like you need a deal going.
I'll do anything for money. So I'm not above that. Jason can.
Do you make like private?
Jason, will you edit it?
Do you make like private GQ
course.
articles like of people's like okay, so say I wanted to pay you to like make my wardrobe for summer or something and like go online and find stores, because I really liked the GQ article you just did of like summer outfits or something. Like do you do that like for personal like pay?
No, I don't do that.
Oh,
No,
fuck.
I only do that for
Are you offering, Alex?
I've been thinking about it.
where are you shopping? Are you hitting Neighbor? Are you wearing Mantle and KC?
I'm like, my goal in 2026 is that I want to make sure that everything I wear is the cost of someone's rent. Like, so
Okay, this is getting into Chrome Hearts territory though. So let's try to go a different way.
yeah, no, I don't want to look like, no, but I think like I love like the Prada nylon. Do you guys know that like what that Timothy always wears, that Prada nylon?
Oh yeah,
jacket?
we're familiar
Yeah.
with that.
Of course.
Yeah.
I want that.
Why don't you cop? What's the problem?
Because I've been kind of bad with my money lately.
Okay, so you took all the money you got and you've been blowing it, but what are you blowing it on besides 5-star hotels?
Redacted. But I think but I'm sober.
Are you
like,
hold on, how much crypto do you have?
No,
and
I
how much-
don't know crypto.
What's your DraftKings?
How
looking
many
like?
how many sugar babies are you keeping fed and housed,
Oh my God.
Alex?
Oh no, you sound like my mom. Oh my God.
Your mom is questioning your sugar baby addiction.
No, because she's always like, you spend all your money on people, like that's your whole fucking thing. And I'm like,
Oh.
oh yeah. I mean, I like
You're like, I'm a cultural critic in the zeitgeist, Mom. Get out of my room.
yeah. No, exactly. I mean, the movie stuff coming, like it should be. I hope to see fruits of my labor.
Okay.
I worked in fashion. Like you don't fucking get paid for anything. Like you know.
What did you do? What did you do in fashion? Model?
No, fuck no. I like produced shoots and like was an editor. And redacted. Like I still do it, but I want my brand to just be novelist. Like I don't want people to know that I'm at these magazines helping with shoots or things. Like I like to be like incognito mode, off the record kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But I've done like covers with like lots of people and editorials.
Okay, so you're just and how much time are you spending playing video games?
None. I've never. I'm a workaholic.
I had a feeling. I actually had a feeling. So you crack your eyes once you go for a jog outside along the sound. You're right back at the laptop.
I think it's like it's definitely connected to like addiction and like life in sobriety, where like when you remove the substance, like everything just latches on like this mutation. So like I became like like really OCD and obsessive about food and work, and like it's just like anything that isn't a substance will become compulsive and addictive. That's my whole brain.
I get it. Okay.
Chris is going to get that loud and clear.
Okay. So, okay. But did you actually have a drug problem, or did you just...
Yeah, as a teenager, I was really into like amphetamines, and
I can kind of see that for you, actually, now that you say that.
I know people have come up to me, people like, I have the like Skyfire thing where like when you're sober, everyone thinks you're high and drunk, and it's like, I'm fucking sober, like, you know.
Sometimes that's the world's strongest drug. So were you smoking meth, or what are we talking about here?
I didn't smoke it, but I definitely like well, I had meth laced weed when I was 14. Like a scene kid gave it to me, but in the
And you're like, I think I'm gonna like this.
yeah, it was like a zip. It was like a crazy kind of, it was a crazy, I still remember it. It was fucking wild. But it was like Adderall, like, oh, I have ADHD. Can you give me this? Like, it was like a kind of thing. Like, it was like a fucking Charlie Bartlett or whatever that like Y2K movie was, the indie movie.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This, but you were able to, did you get busted by your parents, or were you able to kick it on your own?
I went to therapy because my whole problem was that my compulsive relationship with it was like, I want this to work and I want it to fix me and like fix the hole inside me and my loneliness, and it wouldn't work. So I was like, what the fuck? Why am I doing this? So then we went to therapy, started the trauma recovery, CBT. I did a lot of Zoom recovery meetings in the pandemic. That was fucking weird. That was really weird.
Yeah.
Because I've never gone to an IRL one, but I went to a Zoom one.
But now you feel good.
I guess I feel good, but I still have a lot of fucking work to do on myself. Like I'm still trying. Like I think like a routine, regime, time blocking, color coding, all of that type of stuff helps me. But a lot of people would say that's just like another expression of the neuroses.
Yeah, but you got to express it somehow.
Yeah. Being compulsive about the 90s for a decade and Columbine, I guess, helped me be busy.
Yeah, we all love Columbine, so I get that.
Wait, what, you guys were fans? Like when you saw the news?
No, I'm joking. I actually, we had a school shooting a month after Columbine at my high school.
In Atlanta?
Yeah, in Conroe. It was called...
Was Magic City active in that year?
Magic City's been active since I've known about it. I mean, since I've been alive, I think. Magic City's been around for like 30 years.
The first time I heard about it was the Welcome to Atlanta remix. So I was like, okay.
That's probably where a lot of people heard about it for the first time. If
I have a really hard time parting with that remix because like with the, you know, with I'm not homeboy, but you know what I mean? Like Diddy, like but I have freak off FOMO, if you want me to be honest, because it really helped my writing as a novelist.
What, going to the freak offs?
Yes, because like I could have amazing content, like incredible writing content, like the descriptions of the baby oil and like the secret words that they use at the door. Like it would be incredible writing content.
Right. So you're saying you wish you were a fly on the wall at one of these freak offs because the book would write itself.
But if harm to none, like no one would be harmed. You know,
right.
Like I wouldn't want it to be a bad freak off.
Well, you would be harmed. You'd be the quirked up white guy in the corner with his moleskin, and that could come back to haunt you.
Well, it sounds like you've already got most of the beats worked out and you can kind of visualize what's going on. You've already described the baby oil. Just do a little fan fiction. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's right. Are you guys into cults? Like, have you ever been in one?
I unfortunately I haven't been in one.
Vegan straight edge. That's it.
I'm straight edge.
What do you know about cults? It sounds like quite a lot.
People would say that I'm a part of a few cults because I'm very attracted to like the order and the regime and the kind of.
Are these names of cults, by the way? Is the order and the regime, are these names of cults?
Yeah, no, they're not the name of the cults, but I feel like they're the best survival mechanism for the 2020s. Like just like join a cult, forget about the news, forget about the world. Like, you know, I find like that's the kind of vibe. People would say
I see your angle.
Yeah. People would say I'm in a cult because I'm a part of the Kabbalah Center, but I don't think that's a cult. I really don't.
Hold on. You're a member of the Kabbalah Center, the kind of aughts popular religion among celebrities where you wear a red string around your wrist.
I'm wearing my red string right now. Yeah.
Okay. Who got you into this? Do you have a relationship with Demi Moore that you're not telling us about? Did Ashton Kutcher finance?
Well, actually, I was on the Madonna Friends and Family friend list at the Celebration tour. She helped me launch my book, Pop Magic, with a video with Stephen Klein and her reading it. I would say Kabbalah is the source of that.
Okay, so you're telling us that you met legendary songstress Madonna via the Kabbalah faith.
No, I met her through Mirwaz.
Okay, but you related on the Kabbalah faith brought you closer together.
Well, I don't know. It's possible. Kabbalah is like the root source of all kind of modern new age thinking, that people like everything is derived from the Kabbalah, like manifesting, magic with a K, witchcraft. It all is derived from the Zohar and the Torah and Kabbalah.
Zohar, actually, he's pulling ahead right now in New York. He might beat Cuomo, so that's good to hear.
So the recent polls are in. Well, out of all the pros and cons about Kabbalah, for those of us who are not experts on it, what are parts about it that you might disagree with or not practice, or
There's nothing that I really disagree with about it. I honestly really love it. But
okay, I mean, that's good. There has to be something.
Like on Shabbat, I have to scan the Zohar for 5 hours, like on the live stream.
Okay.
Every Saturday.
That sounds terrible.
Why do you have to do that?
Well, because I'm connecting to the light, the tree of life consciousness, like station to station, David Bowie, like from Malhut to Keter, like that's the vibe.
Okay, why do you have to live stream it?
Well, because I don't have a center here. If I don't live in LA or New York.
Got it.
Or Toronto.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, I would move to Toronto just so I could go to the center, honestly.
Okay, just because zooming in is a pain in the ass. So what did people do before technology and computers and the internet?
Well, there was like a Kabbalah DVD that would get passed around, like of Kabbalah 1, like the starters one that is still like at my local library. But before, people would have to go to the center or use audio tapes or things like that.
And not to disparage the great faith, but it sounds a little, I mean, I'm not going to say Scientology, but it doesn't sound far from it.
No, it's not like Scientology. It's not. No, I don't think at all.
It's a lot more spiritual.
Well, I feel like now I sound crazy and like a cult member on the pod, but like
you do. But I'm saying it sounds like it in the sense that it is attractive to celebrities and rich people, and the hotbeds are major cities.
I think Addison Rae needs Kabbalah because if she really wants to do like the ray of light thing, she needs to read the text and get into it. Because if you really think about it, in Madonna's career, ray of light and American life and music were all directly correlated to the text she was reading and studying Kabbalah, and she'll say that to this day.
Okay, so those are all Kabbalah bops.
Yes, you guys have connected. You have connected to the light of God. Like what they call the light in Kabbalah, you've connected to that every time you've listened to Nothing Really Matters or Skin or anything like that.
Okay, well, I mean, it seems to work for a lot of people. Does it cost money to practice?
Yeah, it's a monthly membership.
Okay, so it's just like Spotify.
Is it hitting from more? It's just like Soho House, actually.
How much are we talking?
I think like $150 for online.
Okay,
right now.
That gives you access to healers or just text?
Text, and then you also get a teacher.
Oh, so you get a sponsor?
Yeah, like a teacher and stuff like that. I suggested that they do like a Kabbalah for just men, like in the center, but
hell yeah, bro.
They haven't connected back to that. But
okay,
I think it would be cool. They're doing Kabbalah recovery Zoom groups now. But yeah, I think it's truly like I've studied all the spiritual systems and trying to figure out what I wanted to connect to. Because as you know, like in like addiction recovery, you have to have like a higher power or whatever. And Kabbalah was like what really was the thing for me, because I didn't want to like be solipsistic and worship the ego so much.
Mm-hmm. Chris, who was your higher power when you found sobriety?
Never thought about it. Never thought about it. I don't really, it's very tough. The higher power stuff is very tough because if you grew up religious at all and then rebelled against that, it's hard to ever come back around to thinking that's acceptable.
Did you like Manson back in the day?
No, Manson's for losers. No. It wasn't about being like,
you listen to like Skinny Puppy?
No, it's not like Satan. It's not like Satan stuff. It's more like religion is stupid stuff. Like this is
like Christopher Hitchens?
No. yeah.
Like Ricky Gervais.
No, just like it was part of the sort of everything that came with vegan, straight edge, hardcore, etc. So then when people are
you still vegan?
No. No.
Yeah, see, the book doesn't cover the like punk archetype in my book because I'm just like now visualizing like Y2K 90s adolescence. But yeah,
Well, my Y2K 90s adolescence, I could give you, crash course.
did you watch the tip drill video?
Yeah. I lived the tip drill video. You kidding me, bro? I was in Atlanta. What are you talking about?
The BET uncensored one?
I just watched Bring Up the BET Awards, the book of Mariah Carey, but they had like sort of a 106 in Park sort of throwback thing where Ludacris, Jim Jones, Ludacris, Amarie, all these people performed as if it was that era, and it was shocking how good people were.
Yeah, Murphy Lee doesn't get enough love.
I don't think Murphy Lee ever did anything to deserve. I don't think did he ever put out his own album?
Yeah, What the Hook Gonna Be? That song goes hard.
Yeah. That's all he's got, though. That's all he's got. I'm looking for an album.
But he was featured on so many Nelly songs as well.
Shake Your Tail Feather?
I know he's featured is not enough to coast on, in my opinion.
Alex, I got to say, your knowledge of this era is unprecedented. What's going on here?
It's impressive and depressing.
What about Fabulous, Holla Back Young? Do you prefer that, Chris?
Fabulous has great songs, but a lot of people in hip hop talk about how well he dresses, and I think it's really funny because he looks like a child.
Do you guys remember when like the cool kids were on like Hype 'Em and like that song?
Are you kidding me? Jason probably DJ with the cool kids 10 times.
That's so funny. Gold in a pager. Oh my god, throwback.
Yeah, Hype 'Em. Calling it Hype 'Em and not Hype Machine as well.
Oh wait, well, what would people say back then?
Hype 'Em.
I mean, people said both. I've heard both, but it was, I guess, the original iteration was Hype Machine, and then people would say Hype 'Em.
I've never heard Hype 'Em.
Just like how nobody says Snapchat anymore, or what? They just say Snap.
Who would you guess is my favorite band?
Somebody bad.
Yeah, go. Guess.
I honestly don't know. I couldn't even begin. Like Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Savage Garden.
Oh
no. Savage Garden's good though.
They're better than you too.
Well, that's not saying much.
Yeah, I love them. I think Savage Garden don't get their flowers enough. I think those 2 records are fucking crazy.
You're saying their garden is barren. There's no flowers.
Yes, I think we need to talk about them more as a culture.
Okay, so they were kind of like Australian dudes, early 2000s, late 90s, and they made a lot of ballads, right?
And major fallout between those 2 boys, like crazy beef and feud.
But they had like big, like You Never Have to Work Again, late 90s records that
monoculture money
that are played in grocery stores to this day type shit.
Well, I think that's like what it's so interesting because a lot of like millennial male artists are like trying to figure out how to understand the world because they grew up wanting that monoculture world where like if you broke out in the arts you would be like household, but it doesn't happen like that anymore.
No, it doesn't. No, it does not.
So like in a Justin Timberlake kind of way, or like
even like for as like an author, like if my book like came on like as a preview after or like a TRL like moment or something. There's so many authors who were on like MTV in the late 90s and stuff like that, and like it's just like that brainwash is gone, centralized culture.
We try to do it here on How Long Gone,
and I like that.
Have authors on and talk to them in a TRL style surface level conversation for an hour and 17 minutes. Do
you guys know
versus just the New Yorker deep dive or whatever?
Do you guys know the supplement Bromaline?
I don't.
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it does.
It's like a part of the the Bigger Loads subreddit, like the supplements community. I'm definitely kind of interested in because I'm really into like male vitality kind of like ashwagandha, black maca, shilajit. Like I'm trying to figure out like how to get up like the testosterone all the time, and it's interesting.
You're trying to throw some ropes is what you're saying. Bromaline, the group of enzymes found in the stem and fruit of the pineapple, known for its ability to break down proteins.
Yes,
bro, you're 30 years old.
Yeah.
Like, what are you taught? What's the problem?
Maybe he's just doing preventative. We start taking our Nutrafol now before we go bald.
Yeah.
What do you do? This is not what you should be worried about. You should be worried about getting a girlfriend.
Yeah, I think that's probably where the energy needs to go. But you can't say that because I can't say sexuality because I'll get in trouble with if they think I'm one thing. I have to be ambiguous, to be mysterious.
With finding a partner,
I have to have like the Benson Boone mysterious vibe,
Benson Boone has a mid girlfriend that he's seen holding hands with in public all the time.
Okay. All right.
But he does. I mean, he does play both sides. But obviously, we're guilty of that on this podcast.
She has a beard, but she's around.
Peter Vack was like probing my sexuality, and then he went to go on to tell the table that his dream role is MC in Cabaret, and I was like, I think that's pretty gay, dude.
Yeah, that is.
It is
That
gay.
is pretty. Yeah, not really.
But I mean, the age-old question: actor or gay? You know.
Well, Redacted. Remember the story that Brett said about the actor that he like is pretty much 100% confirmed gay behind the scenes, and
Who? Bradley Cooper, or Pedro Pascal.
fucking
Gives to me, and this is common with actors, like he's more of a thespian than anything else to me. Like you know what I mean? That overpowers any sort of sexuality that I could deduce from watching him.
I think like Maddie Healy's like sexual ambiguity is like the coolest like way to be.
I don't think there's any question that Matty Healy's a stick man though.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think I don't think you're confusing anybody.
Yeah, but I like that he like makes out with twinks on stage and stuff. Like he like fucks with the Matrix a bit, you know?
Yeah, that's true. And it is a lost art, and I'm glad that they were able to make it out of that Malaysian lawsuit unscathed.
Yeah, no, they're definitely my favorite like rock band, and I think they're like the only rock band in the world, are they? Like,
kind of.
Check out a little band called the Killers next time you put your AirPods in, Chief. Let me put you on.
That's
game.
Christian rock, right? Isn't that Christian rock? Brandon Lee, Brandon from the Killers. He's so fucking Christian.
No, he's Mormon, first of all, which is cultural. Okay, and he probably doesn't do a lot of stuff we do, but he does produce great songs, and that's what matters most.
Yeah, I guess.
He has rules.
I guess Brat Summer is around the corner, round 2.
Brat 2, I'm ready for it.
Jason's living it every day. His shirt's unbuttoned right now, I bet.
If I'm even wearing one. Well, actually, Alex, I mean, to go back to the beginning of our convo.
Yeah, no.
What about that specific millennial generation, late 90s, early 2000s culture do you find yourself drawn to? Like, why do you use that as such a focus specifically?
Well, I think because first off, I was very fascinated by my generation and Gen Z's fixation and obsession with that era. Like you've never seen an era in history as talked about or referenced or obsessed over, and like people act like that was like the fucking peak of humanity, right? So I wanted to like go back and sort of unmask and look at the darker casual cruelties and quote unquote freedoms of that era, and also just kind of understand like the male culture that I grew up with in high school. I was in high school from like 08 till like I dropped out, but 08 till 2012, which was a more like steroids version of the Y2K masculinity. So it was just like an exploration of everyone else's fascination along with mine.
Okay. So when you were in high school 08 to 012, that's when it was like the last run before we became a little more politically correct and a little more
Axe commercials, Entourage,
it was pumping.
Megan Fox in Transformers. That's like my adolescence.
And then so that was like the last big hurrah before we became less sexist, less homophobic, less open.
Traditional masculinity is what I like to call it, not toxic masculinity.
Okay.
Thank you for making that distinction. I appreciate that. Can I ask you what your parents do for a living?
My dad's a property developer.
Of course he is. I should have known. Okay, your dad's a property developer.
He's in bed with China over there in Vancouver.
So they think you're a full-blown freak.
I'm a mistake. Like I was supposed to go to like Ivy League schools, like my cousins. I was supposed to. Yeah, I'm definitely.
But they're proud of you now that you have all this impressive output, and you're gonna have TV show and all this stuff, right?
Yeah, well, it's a film, but it would be cool if it was a TV show. But
if it was a TV show, I'd actually watch it. So it was wishful thinking.
Yeah, dude, the movie thing is so weird. I was at like a restaurant bar and I was trying to talk to like the 24-year-old guy there and be like, yo, do you like a Nora? And he was like, I don't know what that is. I watch YouTube shorts.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, bro, it won 5 Oscars. And he's like, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I'm like, what fucking prison am I living in? Like, where am I? Like what am I seeing every day?
I mean, most people don't watch any. I mean, John Mulaney talks about it. He's like, yeah, I mean, I watched the Oscars. Conan O'Brien did an amazing job detailing every film that was nominated, and we all clap and talk about how awesome they were. And just a fraction of a fraction. Nobody sees any of these movies.
Yeah, no one reads. I mean,
even the ones who won Best Picture.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the thing. Like when you're like a I mean, it's also so weird because you could even go down the street and ask someone like, "Hey, do you know who this person is?" And in our reality, it might be like, "Oh, that person's so huge, like Tate McRae or something," and they might be like, "I have no idea what the fuck you're talking
Great
about."
example. Tate McRae is a great. No, honestly, because I think you ask somebody, they're like, "Oh my god, she's huge." You ask somebody else, you're like, "Who is that?" I have no idea. It sounds like somebody that works at a gas station.
But imagine doing that with like Limp Bizkit or Britney. That'd be impossible.
No, you're absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, I think it's that's just where we are.
So who surpassed the monoculture? Taylor, I guess.
I mean, that's kind of it, really. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And,
Did you guys go to Eras?
no, I would have, but I didn't. I just felt like it was a big ask to whoever I would be asking, and I just feel like somebody else who cares more should take the ticket, if that makes sense.
Oh, that's really sweet.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it'd be interesting to see, and she's got a couple slaps, of course, but I don't.
What's your favorite Taylor song?
But Daddy, I Love Him off the new album.
Pause.
Yeah, it's like a touchy topic, but I like Torture Poets to more of it as well.
Shit slaps. But I think that it's interesting that I mean, I know a lot of people that went for sport, but 3.5 hours of Taylor Swift is I can't do that, really.
Yeah, it was definitely like a dopamine hit. It was like crazy. Like people like ran in like it was fucking Woodstock. I went for like the cultural history and event, and also because I love the music. But the amount of money that I spent on those tickets, you'd never fucking speak to me again. Like
Oh, go ahead. Tell us how much you paid for the Eras tickets on StubHub.ca.
And well, tell us how good the seats were first.
okay, but also these were for it wasn't just for me. I bought them for like multiple people in my life. Like it was.
How many people came with you? Stop beating around the bush. How many people came with you? How much that cost?
Okay, guess the number.
You guessed. You bought 6 tickets.
No, I don't know, like 4 or 5. Guess the number.
Oh, I bet they were 2,500 each.
No, dude, this is like really high money. Like, guess.
You're saying you spent more than 10 grand on 4 tickets to see Taylor Swift?
Well, not just for me, for people to make them happy, to give back. Kabbalah is all about sharing.
Robin Hood.
Kabbalah is all about sharing.
27 grand for 4 tickets.
You're close.
Okay,
You're so
bro.
close.
You need to be put in jail. You need to be put in jail. You can't spend 30 racks to go see Taylor Swift for sport.
I know, and I know, and it's really bad.
As a creative director, can you write that off?
Your mom needs to kind of take over your finances, I think.
No, I don't want to. No, my nightmare is getting cut off because I have no survival skills. I'd fucking die. I can't like, I can't get cut off. But I think like, yeah, no, it was a moment, but I have to like live in like abundance consciousness, right? Like I'm that money's coming back. I'm magnetizing it back. It's returning, you know?
Yeah. And it's all going to come back after this episode. They're going to be like, this Alex kid, he's got a good head on his shoulders. I'm going to hire him for the big job Super Bowl commercial this year.
God.
Old Spice.
No,
I can see it. I can see it now. I can see it now. So, okay, you got to get your spending under control.
Chris wants to punch me out, like bloody sucker me right now. For
No.
moment.
I like it because I do stupid shit too. I'm not above anything, and I'm in no way judging you. I just think that is a mistake that you know, obviously it's fine. You're gonna the sun's gonna come up tomorrow, but let's just not do that again.
Isn't it good karma though? Because they created such beautiful memories. They get to stick with them and they get to enjoy it.
It's a very nice thing to do. It's a very nice gift to give. Absolutely.
Like the only reason that I think people should want to be like to attract wealth or whatever is so that like if people are trying to become something in the world and they want to have money to spend like that, they should do it for the sake of service and like what you can share with your friends, and like who wants to just keep everything for themselves.
I completely agree with you. I just think there are other examples of this besides.
And I'm glad that you were channeling that beautiful energy and giving Taylor Swift another $30,000.
Well, it doesn't even go to her, right?
Yeah, let's not. Yeah, your our friends at Live Nation were able to stuff that money in their overly stuffed pockets somehow.
Ticketmaster queues, though, bro, those are fucking evil. I don't want to even try to go to a concert now because of those queues. Like, if I'm not getting guest lists, I'm not coming.
You tell them, bro. You tell them. You let them know, player.
Yeah, I would say the Ticketmaster queues are dark satanic playgrounds, aren't they?
Is Kelly Catron gonna kill me after this? Like, is this like, is my PR training just like go down the drain?
I wouldn't let you. I mean, we're the bumpers in the bowling alley where we're keeping you online, but.
Okay.
Can we get Kelly Catron on the pod next?
Oh yeah, for sure. I could definitely swing that. And Anna Delvey probably too. if you
No, I'm
want.
good. I'm good.
Oh, yeah, we'll stick with Kelly Catron.
Yeah, stick with Kelly. I got like I had a few like moments where like when you're working with Kelly, it literally becomes the hills or the city. Like it's those like moments with like Whitney and Stephanie Pratt. Like it was a shamanic experience what I went through in self-transformation. She has no tolerance for my bullshit.
Self-transformation. I like that.
And then you probably like it when mommy tells you what to do, right?
Yeah, I definitely need to be like mothered by the world. Definitely. I think like the broken wound in me is like looking for like maternal attention or like I think if I had grown up with like more or inner love or given to me, everyone did their best. I think I was just a bit of like a problem child, and so I internalized a really bad self-image at a young age.
Okay. We're working our way through it one pod at a time, Alex. Your growth, 2 years ago, I would never have you on How Long Gone.
Absolutely.
And now
wow.
here you are today.
Wow.
Good job.
Wow. My ray of light era.
Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. If you could just send over your login for the Kabbalah website, I want to kind of kick the tires on that, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, definitely share my login with everyone.
Spread that love. Alex's book, New Millennium Boyz with a Z on paperback is out now.
Yeah, paperback. Yeah.
Paperbook.
I have no social media accounts, so write me a letter. That's on my email. My website, alexkazemi.com. There's a letter, like fan mail letter. So write me a letter.
It's nice of you to give back to your fans.
Yeah.
So no social media,
That's
of course, because if you had social media, you definitely wouldn't be alive today, right?
Oh my God. I wouldn't survive. I would like people like me need like to be in a straitjacket to hit post now. Like you can't do that.
Oh,
All right. Well, much to chew on for the next time, Alex. Thank you for doing the pod. It was a fun ride. And any last words?
Oh yeah, my buddy Harrison, the Dares Deluxe Edition is out today, and because this is out Friday, right? I told him I would plug it.
yeah.
So
That's nice
go
of you.
cop the Dares Deluxe, and is the How Long Gone 50 variant vinyl coming soon?
Yeah, that's coming soon. It's gonna actually be human blood on the inside, and you can kind of watch it move around.
We're going to release it when Sabrina drops, just so she can be number 2.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
She doesn't want
Boom.
to go against us.
Boom.
Thank you, Alex. Good to see you.